Okay, so we're back. Fitness it's going to be a huge thing in these hunts if you want to make the most of the hunt. I know some guys might think we're crazy for taking it so seriously, and they think maybe they're...
Hold up. What do you mean taking it so seriously?
Well, like putting it out there. Actually, a lot of outfitters look at us like we're crazy for telling people to get in better shape for these hunts.
For life?
Well, for life, for these hunts, but they're looking at us like you can't tell them to work out because then maybe they'll think this hunt is too hard and they won't do it, and then they won't spend the money with you. But
we listened to the daggum dude on the TV tell us that y'all are fat. We need to be getting in shape. Yeah. RFK. And you can do this for $10 a day, people. Eat healthy out there. He said it. This man did.
$10 a day. How do you do that?
Well, here we go. This started right off with an argument. I knew
Listen, you can...
Don't do this to me.
You can do it.
You cannot do it.
You
that
can
guy's
eat...
spilling lies instantly.
Relatively, you can get close to $10, maybe a little bit over, but anyway.
You can't even hydrate for $10 a day. Seriously.
Water is free.
Yeah, if you live where we do.
Yeah, you can drink out of the streams.
It's like pristine
What are you,
water.
Salmon?
People that live in the city and have to get water.
Why do you do this?
I like starting it off with some controversy.
Yeah, but okay.
You can't beat me up when we're on here. You'd have to edit it out, and they would hear the slamming and me squealing.
Okay. I'm going to have to edit this one.
Okay. Well, eating healthy and how it was weird for people to do it.
What RFK said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just go on. Pull yourself back together. It's okay.
We need to be in shape. We don't want clients that come out here and are out of shape for the fact that we know you're going to be freaking miserable. You're not going to have a good time. You're going to feel like you didn't get to see any of the country because you're not. You know, the main thing here is us trying to filter through clients and maybe not take as much business because we want to be able to provide you with the best experience that you can, but that also comes from you. You don't have to be in crazy good shape. You just have to be able to keep going and not die of a heart attack 30 feet up the trail, which we have not seen heart attacks, but people sure breathe like they're having one.
Yeah. And you don't have to, we're not saying like hit the gym and lift weights every day, but you definitely want to have your cardio up when you get out here or you are going to struggle really bad. It's miserable.
He's just biting his tongue here. He wants to say crazy things for reactions.
I don't want to say crazy things
that's
for
fine.
reactions.
It's going to be pretty good because I am not in the best shape and I'm trying this year. And one of the better things that I found is bike riding. It really does. It boosts your heart rate up. You can get your heart rate up to like 180 pretty quick and do like high intensity interval trainings would be what you would want to at least do 3 times a week just to get yourself.
Yeah. Morgan has a health complication with her heart. You have a murmur, right?
Yes.
And it gets crazy when her heart rate gets up, and it's hard for her to control. And bike riding has been a very good way for her to learn to maintain that, expanding some energy. Because it would blow up, dude. It would go to
like 215 or something. My lips would turn purple. So it is hard for me to get my heart in shape. My lungs are good. I can still keep up with breathing and stuff, but it is hard for my heart to get in shape. So I have found that HIIT exercises, biking, jump roping, those 3 things are kind of what you would experience out here as far as starting to hike up a really steep hill. And then obviously you're taking breaks. Like if you can't make it up there, you're going to be taking breaks. So it's like go a lot and then stop for a second.
Cardio is the most important thing. You don't have to be an extreme endurance runner or, bike 30 miles, every other day or whatever. It's just trying to get yourself to the best version of you before you can come out here is going to make your experience so much better.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it's very hard for us, Jay and I mean, this is our occupation. I mean, we eat, breathe, sleep hunting, and it's all backcountry mountain hunting. So us getting in, it's we have to think outside of what we do, because we get in shape to go hunting we prep for the next hunt. It's like what we do. A lot of the clients are going to be coming home. They're 40-plus-year-old people coming home from working all day. The last thing they're going to be wanting to do is to go somewhere and exercise. So finding something that you can do in a small space within your home and still create this is great, which an exercise bike Morgan does. You can jump rope, which that'll help a ton also. It's supposedly like a 3-to-1 ratio from running even.
Right. Anything lower impact, if you're worried about joints and things and really wearing yourself down before you get out here, or even just to kind of jump into it, because the hardest part is just starting to do it. And if you go full out and then you're sore for a week and don't exercise again, you're not going to get right back into it again after you're feeling okay to go. You're just going to be like, screw that. Baby steps, if all you can do is run a quarter of a mile and then walk, do it. It's just a matter of starting to get yourself into it. And after a little bit, it actually becomes very easy to stay in it whenever you start feeling good.
Yeah. Flexibility, mobility exercises are going to be huge. A lot of people's occupations don't allow them to really, if you're like a construction guy hanging off of trusses and that type of construction, yeah, you're going to be plenty mobile. But if you're desk jobbing it and then planning on going and exerting major energy in a mountain doing
for a week straight,
strenuous things, you best be prepping for it. So
yeah,
those type of exercises, kettlebells, lift overhead exercises, things like that are initiating stabilizer muscles, your core, things like that. Those are all going to be great for what we're going to be doing in the mountains.
Yep. Anything that helps with mobility, just easy movement with lighter weight. Those are the type of things that are going to help you when you do get out here. You don't have to do crazy bodybuilding. Some guys are into that. I know Josh would rather lift weights than go for a run. And I'm kind of the opposite. I'd rather, go for a couple mile run and stretch and, get my cardio in that way. And
Seth likes to do it all at the same time.
Yeah.
Push-ups while he's running.
Yeah, he's talented.
All the guides take fitness pretty seriously here, but another thing to focus on, which is what I'm focusing on so that I don't die with all of you guys shed hunting this year, is hip flexor exercises, because you don't understand. They're so easy, but you don't understand how much you use your hip flexors to get you up over blowdowns, up over rock formations. That way you're not climbing, but you're just using your legs, hip flexors, and glutes to get you up over that. And if that's not fatiguing you throughout, and there's really easy ones that we can upload on Facebook just to kind of get you started with that.
Yeah, and honestly, a little secret for this year, a little PSA. For this year and some years that come, we've had 2 major windstorms in our area, which have knocked down, thousands and thousands of trees. And a lot of these areas are going to be full of deadfall. A little tester to see if you're ready for it is take a chair and try to step over it. And if you can comfortably do that.
With all your gear on.
Yeah. Then sure, whatever.
Yep.
Don't work
you're
out.
Good. But that is going to be a really big thing this year. Is just we had 100-mile-per-hour winds the other day.
We had some
stuff.
crazy gusts.
Yeah, we don't even know what it's going to look like out there yet. But I think that it's probably going to be pretty bad for blowdowns. And we've heard about blowdown cities from clients before, and it's about probably 10 times worse.
Yeah, certain areas, which especially the archery hunters, you're gonna get into it bad.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
We're gonna be neck deep, folks.
Neck deep. Place is so thick that you're lucky to come back with your pants on.
Yep. So high knees,
Yeah.
step ups.
We talked about backpacks in that episode. You could take that frame, if people bought these frames, and buy yourself a 45-pound plate. Strap that sucker to your backpack. Your backpack's going to get broken, and also you're going to be packing a little bit of weight, and you can keep packing weight on that and do some hikes around. Even flat ground with lots of weight on there is going to fatigue you out.
Absolutely. And that's another good way to, just start getting into it. You don't have to put 100 pounds on your back and go run the American Ninja Warrior course or anything like that. Just little things to slowly get yourself there so that you get to the point where you are able to do something that's a little bit more intense. And
yeah, going and buying a Peloton isn't in everybody's interest to go on one of these hunts, but you can go get sandbags, fill them up, utilize that frame that you already bought.
Use Facebook Marketplace. What is it? March? People have definitely given up on their New Year's resolutions now. You can get them nice and cheap.
I bought
everything.
Such a nice Peloton. They used it as a laundry drying rack for 2 years, and I bought it at a steal, and I've been using it almost every day. But whenever we describe these hunts as far as booking, and if you have booked with us, you would hear us say it. We tell you to be in shape for at least 5 miles a day. Some people right there, they don't book with us just right at that. And we're not saying every day is going to be 5 miles. There could be a day where you hike, 500 yards in, glass, maybe get a deer right off, a half a mile in and luck out on a nice deer. We want you to be prepared for the worst day. That's why we sell it like that. Like the worst day of your hunt, you could make a good shot at 500 yards and you could be in a hellhole getting that thing out or even getting to it. So that's what we want you to be prepared for, because we don't want the hunt to be ruined if you shoot an animal and then can't get over to it.
I've seen it so many times over the years of just guys come out not expecting anything or thinking they're a lot better shape than what they actually are, and we can't really do anything, and they're not stupid. They know they can't, and I know that they know that they can't, and you can see it in their eyes, it dying out to like, wow, I'm really not here hunting. I'm just kind of looking at a few things. Yeah, and it sucks to see that. It really does, we want everyone to be successful and at least have opportunities. That's why we'd like you to come out prepared. We don't do it just to kill everything that's around every corner. I mean, we're memory makers. We're out here to really do something for you.
It's part of that mission statement we're coming up with.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's going to revert back to mindset and that whole entire thing. But we want people that have some mental toughness. We're strategically trying to get a certain niche of client. I want that guy that this is his motivation to keep him going all year round. Like, he shows back up at the sports show and he's lost 20-some pounds. He's motivated. He's helping himself out in life, everything. And the mountains are going to do this for you. They're the greatest motivator ever on earth in anything.
Those are the dudes that are part of the clan, you know what I mean? Like, you love to see stuff like that, and they're part of the family at that point.
Yeah, we had a client come up. He booked with us 2 years ago. He came up to the booth at one of the shows. I had no idea who he was. He lost probably 100 pounds just in preparation for this hunt. And
he hasn't even been here yet.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's so awesome to see, because you almost get a sense of pride. Like, hey, this hunt might have just changed this guy's whole life, because, he's getting healthy. He's working out. He's going to come out here, whether or not he kills something, he's going to have a great time, because he's going to be prepared and he put in the hard work. And this will be just his reward to be able to take on the mountains.
That is the trophy in itself for someone like that to be able to do it. I mean, That's huge. That's a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, and he's bringing his youth hunter out, so he definitely wanted to make sure that he was going to be able to keep up with him. So I think if you go into this hunt with that mentality where, it might be you need to get in shape and change your lifestyle, or this is a lot of money for someone to spend, and you don't want to see it go to waste. By the time you pay for the hunt, the gear, the transportation out here, it is a huge expense, and you don't want it to be limited just because you didn't put in a little bit of that extra effort this whole year to get yourself in shape.
Delete DoorDash off your damn phone.
Yes.
and just cook something at home. Just stop being a lazy idiot. I'm guilty of it too. Thankfully, I live in a place where you can't get fast food, or I'd be at Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A, and I mean, you name them all, I'd be there right now.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Yep.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah. But just switch it up. High protein. Please don't come out here on a keto diet. We can talk about that. A keto diet out here, if you just started it to for this to be how you lose 20 pounds, you will die.
Yeah, you're gonna suffer too much.
You need carbs out here to be able to burn and create some energy. So please don't. Now, if you do a keto diet on the way up to here to lose that initial weight, then by all means. But once you get here, you're going to want to eat like a nice big plate of pasta when you get back into the lodge.
Don't be the guy that waited last minute to try to get into shape and are totally miserable out here, especially coming in a group and your buddies are having the best times of their life, and you got to sit back at the glass and knob because you can't hike any farther and sit there while everyone else is killing stuff. Don't be that guy.
No.
Yeah, so it's good. It's easy to have all these things to do, but having a reason why to do it is what we need to focus on. Like
the real motivation behind why do you really need to do it? Like, yes, the success that's everything when it boils down to it, right? That's why people are asking, what's your guys' success rate? What's
let's play serious. The success of killing elk on a national forest hunt, which we're the old regular people hunt, just where everybody can hunt. It's not that great across the board in any state.
Correct.
So picking a place that you're like, well, they're talking about killing ourselves in mountains. Why would I want to go kill myself in the mountains if the percentage of killing an elk is so low? Well, now you got to get away from people, and you either have to have a very thick wallet to go to private land, some type of hunt like that, a can hunt, where you can get away from people, or you got to go to rugged terrain. And we're trying to prep you to be able to be able to go to that rugged terrain to get away. This is a special place on the map that deters a lot of people because it's gnarly out there. It's not unicorns and rainbows a lot of times in our hunting area.
Right. Like the reason you're picking a guide is because you're paying us for our time that we spend in the woods, know where the elk are, have spent years in and out. That's all we think about, right? And you don't have the ability to come out, scout, do all the things totally yourself. And really what it boils down to is your ability.
Yeah.
That's kind of the last missing puzzle piece in your adventure that you got going on here that you're planning is, what am I able to do? You're essentially kind of an anchor to your guide. And it's not the best way to put it. These guys want to go. There's guys on our crew that would take you 35 miles every single day and not even think about it.
They are not going to think of you as their client or their anchor. I don't like.
Right.
They all. I get what you're saying with that, but the guide is not going to be doing all the hunting. You're doing the hunting. They did that prep work. They've spent that time in the woods. They've did that you have not been able to. You've been working a job. You're trying to make ends meet just to be able to go on this hunt.
Right.
And some of that, what you're paying for us is put boots on the ground beforehand, which we are, and all that. But when you get here, you want to be able to go to those same places that we
can get to.
Exactly. Yeah. And by doing your part is getting in shape so you're not slowing. You're an able hunting partner. You're not someone that we're going to be guiding around per se. If you show up hunting dude and hunting shape, we are going to go to places that not everybody can, and you're going to get more of an aspect and more of a real feeling of a backcountry type of hunt.
Yeah, you're giving yourself more opportunities. You know, sometimes it's far and few between. Some weeks are different than others. You know, some you can't get away from animals, but you're gonna be able to give yourself more opportunities if you're in better shape, and we can't emphasize that enough.
Yeah, there's just so many more plans that you can go with.
I hate to say it, but it usually takes this country kicking someone's rear end before the second time around they find a lot more. They find it easier to prep throughout the year because they know what's in store from they know. It's so cool in some places, and it takes so much to get to some of those, and it
right. Like some guys come out, absolutely get totally humbled,
wrecked out.
Yeah, and but they're wanting more because that's the type of personality they are, and they come back so much more prepared. I mean that's how it does happen a lot.
That the reason why this place is so addicting, in my opinion, to most people, and is because you can always achieve a higher level and find a cooler. You can always keep expanding yourself as a human and hunting harder, doing more, and this country allows all that to happen. I mean, hunting 100 acres in Illinois in the back coulee is very fun and interesting, but only for a certain amount of. There's so many nooks and crannies, and our country allows that, and that's something we're trying to sell to people.
Yeah, and we could hunt here 10 lifetimes and not see every tiny little drainage and draw that we have in these mountains in just our unit alone.
Yeah, a good way to look at it is like there's different levels to here. So you if you're a repeat client, you could almost unlock a different level. That's how you'll know that you're doing really good because the guide will be like, okay, we're going to do this hunt. You're in shape enough. And you're like, yes, I unlocked that level. I did my part. We can get to that it's bought that we haven't seen before or something like that. But if you're new, I guess you wouldn't know that. But you will definitely be able to see a difference on the very first day if you put in the work this year or if you didn't.
Yeah, I mean, but the first day you'll know.
Yes.
I mean, it really boils down to that. The first day you'll know if you're ready for this or not. And you kind of have to have that fire underneath your ass in the preseason and before coming out here to almost be a little afraid of it. Yeah. Honestly, just to keep yourself.
I've hunted here for 22 years.
Yeah. Is it going to be a sucking wind kind of week or?
How I think you ought to come into this and have enough mindset to be able to do something every day to prep for it is to think how cool a place is that you're going to be able to go. And you're not hunting elk, you're not hunting deer, which you are. You're hunting the mountains. And there's a set of mountains, and there's lots of them in this great country that have been set aside that are rugged enough that they can peel you apart. And I always say this, they peel everybody apart like an onion. And you're going to go hunt mountains rugged enough that can peel men apart. And you're going to get to see what kind of person you are. And you want to get in shape for something like that. That way you know what kind of person you are at the end of the year. Pretty cool, and you come with that mindset, and you're not going to let the mountain whip your butt, and we're going to go hunt elk and deer in the mountains for those 6 days, and the mountain's not going to keep me in this lodge for a day, or my blisters hurt, so I can't go out. Yeah, well, that's good, but toughen up.
You're only here for a week, and it's a lot of money. Like we said, it's a lot of time. It's a huge investment. It's time away from your family. You kind of owe it to yourself and them and everything involved in between to just give it everything that you possibly have to at least try.
And if you go home with coolers full of elk meat, you are going to be so happy that you put in the extra effort.
You're not going to want to share with anybody because they didn't work as they don't know how hard it is, to actually be out here to hunt physically. You're not going to
Yeah.
want to share it
Yeah,
with someone
you
who's
aren't.
not appreciative of it.
I think it just tastes so much better if you put in that
Yep.
work and then
Yep.
you're like, oh man, I earned this. So, and we bring this up at orientation and everything, you know, we don't want to scare anybody away from it. And the guides are all trained to hunt at your ability, but they will push you. And I think it's just because, well, like you say it all the time, a dollar means different things to different people. And if, you know, if any of us were spending this amount of money on a hunt, we would want to get everything out of it. So, you know, the guides know whether you're giving up because you're just about to die or if you're giving up because you think you're about to die. And thinking it is a lot different. So they do push you.
Yeah, it's easy to be in your own head
Yeah.
and not think that you're able to do it. Anyone can do it. I mean, really, it's a mental game.
Yep, one foot in front of the other.
You don't even need feet.
Nope, we had someone come out here with only 1 foot. What? Well, we did. He didn't go very far. It was bad. It was raining
Morgan's
that
got
time.
like 5 stories, and I've heard that story umpteen million times.
I couldn't believe it.
It's hard to.
I like the story. I'm just gonna say that it's just
I couldn't believe that when I couldn't
You're
believe
still
that
going
he
on
did
with it.
not let us know that he had 1 foot before he got here and was ready to hunt. So
Yep.
it was just surprising. Hey, he went.
And that goes back to on the people that booked him.
Yeah, it wasn't us.
Yep. Everybody knows that's booked with Morgan and I at the shows. We're trying to sell an honest hunt. My guides, all of them they could follow them around, and every one of them was like Cam Haynes and all these guys, these people that they do some gnarly hunts. They're not on TV. They're not doing this. They know what they're talking about. Most guides that hunt country like this are just people that hunt gnarly mountain country. They like to suffer a little bit. They're a different type of person.
If we had the money, we'd kill more stuff than most of the guys that are on TV. Between all the guys, honestly, you know what I mean. If we had time, that's the reason why we're guides, because we want to hunt.
Yeah.
But it's the only way that we can hunt so much to actually, you know, provide for our family in a way, you know.
None of us started in this ball game rich. You barely. That's the reason why you do it. You can't afford to go hunt all the time, so
Yeah. You go and be a bum and hunt all the time, make just enough to get by. You do it for the love of it.
Yeah. So when these guides are trying to pull you into these spots and they're trying to take you back and they're trying to work you down. That is what you're thinking. But the dollar that you've spent on that hunt is worth much different to them than to some people. Like,
yeah, 100%.
and that's a good way to think about it. Like, so this is all the clients that we've overworked. You know what I mean, and things like that. I think it comes from a aspect they're not looking at it the same way a guide does, and they don't talk to him and maybe slow him down. Like,
you're allowed to yell at us.
Yeah, if you don't want to hunt real hard, well, dude, we're going to take our easy street if that's what you want. But if you want to, I'll take it to whatever level that the client that I'm taking hunting wants it to go to. If they want to go experience everything that this place has to offer, then get your butt in shape 3 days a week and let's go do it.
Yep.
If you want to go sit on Easy Street over there and talk about all the guys that did kill elk, we can do that too. So I have no idea where I was going with any of that. I just kind of drew a blank, so I just kept rolling with it. But
I liked it.
okay, good. Jay liked it.
Well, we've gotten a couple complaints in the past 2 or 3 years about.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Is I was sitting there listening
It's a good
to
problem. As the business owner that is taking the complaints, it is so nice to hear that they would rebook and they would come back, but they request not to be with the guide that they were with because he hunted too hard.
Good to book with us.
He hunted too hard. He hiked too much. He was a billy goat, or they're built different, but then they request like one of our oldest guides, or ask us if we have like a lazier guide. And it's really refreshing to say, no, we don't. We have all of our guides hunt the exact same. We just have different attitudes in guides, where
different personalities in the guides.
Yes, and some personalities can definitely see if you're struggling a little bit more, and some personalities of the guide are like, well,
autism, hunt, that's it. Yeah. Those are the only things they think about.
Yeah. And, if this guy kills something, he'll like me again. He hates me right now, but if I get him something, he'll like me. And then at the end of the week, if they don't kill anything, it's just a consistent, I hate this person. So
back to they came with the mindset on just killing something instead of enjoying these mountains and paying for a service, trying to learn something. And you don't kill elk every time you go hunt.
No, so like the thing people don't realize is that some of the baddest dudes in these mountains that you will never hear of, because they're not social media people, they don't flaunt anything. There's guys out in these hills that kill consistently every year, but it takes them more than a day. It takes them more than a week sometimes. I mean, and they are grinding it in and day out. It might take them till the very end of the season to finally kill that really big mule deer, that really big elk. And that's just that's how hunting goes.
Yeah. Can you take me to your spot and in 6 days guarantee me 150-inch whitetail? That's what you sit there and think about that, and you're like
100% guaranteed.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to get a shot at 150-inch plus whitetail in the 6 days of you putting me in a tree stand, stump hunting. And it's hunting.
Yeah, it's hunting. There's 9,000 variables involved when you step out of the door that day, and that's why it's one of those things that you get a passion for and you're addicted. You can't get enough of it, because you will never conquer it, no matter how good you think you are. You're never going to conquer it.
No, which leads back to
what you're
doing every single little thing you possibly can to try.
Exactly.
Because what's going to happen is you're going to get back from this hunt. You didn't kill anything. Somebody's going to ask you at work, "Hey, how was the hunting trip?" "Man, did you kill anything?" "Nope, didn't kill nothing." "Well, why not?" "My guide, we were just hiking instead of hunting, We didn't really hunt." And that you're going to find a million excuses. And we're fine with being part of that excuse. That's what we signed up for when we became guides.
Right.
But not being physically in shape and things like that, you signed up to get in shape for this hunt. And you don't have to be Lance Armstrong.
You can lie to yourself all you want, at the end of the day, if you're capable and we're ready for this or not.
Another thing that you really should do, if just in life in general, is if you smoke, you probably should try and curb that addiction before you get out here.
Switch to edibles.
Well, I guess if you smoke weed,
I'm always going to have to edit this one.
I was thinking more nicotine,
I know.
That's so rough.
No, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
So we have fire burn restrictions, dude. You can't be smoking out in national forest a lot of times in some archery seasons. So if that's a serious addiction that you have, and we can't hunt all day because you're getting the jitters because you got to smoke a Marlboro, man, that's a problem. Exactly. Yeah. Morgan is 100% right. We've had this
so many times, and for one, it hinders you hiking no matter what. Yeah, it just does.
And we're when we mean restriction, you legally cannot smoke a cigarette outside, and we're not going to let you.
Yes,
it's so crucial that you don't during those times of the year, because of how easy it is to burn down your house or whatever. I mean, it's so serious. So you would never understand, living back east.
Yeah. So if you're addicted to smoking, trade in your cigarettes for some Zyn pouches. If it's weed, get some edibles, I guess. But it's going to make it really hard for you to hunt. So a good, clean, sober hunt would probably be the preferred method, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And you can't hunt drunk in these
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself when you were talking.
in these mountains.
I couldn't help myself.
You probably
Morgan
shouldn't
on
hunt
this
drunk.
episode is going through all the basics of living.
Yeah.
Eat healthy, exercise,
Say
I'm
no
in
to
it.
drugs.
say no to drugs.
I'm a very boring
Sound
person.
like Ronald Reagan's wife over here.
It doesn't matter. I'm
If
a boring.
someone offers you candy and they're inside of a van, run away and get an adult.
Yes. All of these things, I mean, I guess they are following around a stranger in the woods all day with firearms. So I wouldn't.
Dude, we're turning our backs on
Yeah.
strangers in the woods with firearms. I'm about pack 2 clips. Some of these crazy people.
I like to live a nice, sober life. You guys don't complain about it whenever you have unlimited amounts of sourdough to eat. I'm boring. Anyway, so yeah, quit smoking.
Get
Probably.
into shape. It's very easy. If you're doing any type of what, it's the daggum Rocky Mountains. I mean, what are you expecting?
Right. What are you expecting?
Also, another thing,
Here we go.
which is common sense, but Mountain Dew is not water. You will get yourself dehydrated severely. You have to drink water. If you don't like the taste of water, find yourself some packets of stuff to flavor your water, preferably with electrolytes in it. Oh, because it's going to be rough. It is just going to be really rough out there. You're going to have a miserable migraine. You're going to cramp up. And you cannot live on Mountain Dew. I'm sorry, but you just
I want
can't.
to hear you tell Wade that.
I make him drink water. He drinks Mountain Dew too, but he also has to drink water.
Drink out of mud puddles. Save you money on water. And you'll lose weight.
And only eat rice. If you get lucky, you
You'll
can find
lose
some
weight
roadkill.
because you have diarrhea and you're puking.
Well, if you can get yourself worms, you'll lose some weight.
Yeah.
It's way cheaper than Ozempic.
Let's go back to working out more. Josh's Christmas gift this year was that we converted one of the rooms into a gym, and I sent a picture of it to some of his clients, and one of them used, I can't say word for word because they were cussing a little bit, but they were wondering why the heck I would do that to them, as if any of the guides need any more reason to get in shape. So what have you been
I
doing?
turned 40 years old. So my uncle told me that I wouldn't even be a real man unless I weighed 200 pounds. So I'm trying at some point in time to weigh 200 pounds. So yeah, I've been trying to.
You've been bulking up,
Yeah,
putting on muscle.
trying to get swole, dog.
Yeah.
It's not working very good. I'm really trying to get on that gear and peptides, but Morgan won't let me, and I don't know where to get it. So
No,
shout out anybody who can hook me up.
They're switching that. They're
See?
converting peptides into something healthy for you, so you'll be able to get them. Thanks to RFK.
Yep.
Just saying. Jay, what have you been doing to work out?
I've mainly just been running. I've just been focusing on cardio, running and hiking before work or after work.
You've been doing that with Dirt? Mm-hmm. How's he doing with it?
He's doing good. He actually surprised me the other day running up the hill after the hounds. He's doing good.
Good.
He really is.
We've been hardening Dirt.
Yeah.
It's working and working. It's working.
That's good. We got Tanner in the gym lifting weights a little bit. So our packing crew looks good this year.
Yeah. Yep. Studs.
So.
I jumped in the river the other day.
Oh yeah, polar plunge.
Yeah, it was cold.
Good for the joints.
I like it.
No, thank you.
So we're all doing our part to get in shape so that we're not holding you guys back.
Yeah, we don't want to hold you back. Not me. I'm out on this, but also a little bit of cardio everyone's been doing is airsoft battles. They've been running around people's yards shooting each other with airsoft, so they're proficient with guns, handguns.
It's like, so hear me out, all right? If you have neighbor kids and they have airsoft guns and you can borrow one, there's nothing funner than chasing them down and shooting them with it. That's kind of the experience I'm getting out
It
of
doubles
this.
as cardio.
Yeah.
That's the way we look at it. We're all hitting the gym.
Like, your buddies have kids. If you don't have kids, like, you can find some to shoot.
Yeah, that's great cardio. And it's fun. I mean, nothing brings more joy to men's lives than fake killing people in a fake war in a yard. Whenever you guys walk in the door after a nice little battle, you are so excited and happy.
Well, we can't shoot anything right now because there's no hunting season.
I know, so you're shooting each other with
team building
red
skills.
dots.
Yeah.
I told you I'm in charge of the guides, and we're doing team building skills.
We're
right
getting
now.
the younger generation tougher.
Yeah.
There we go. So, yeah, they're to clients out there if there's a local airsoft.
See, I'd be scared to, like, go do that with the psychos that do that every single day in the East.
Yeah. Well, you'll be ducking.
Ducking and weaving and bobbing to
That's
everything
all
you can not to
good.
get hit.
Yeah, that's all good.
I can't really think of any like major workouts that people would really need to concentrate on, just besides what we always talk about. Doing something is better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, just something, anything.
Everybody's going to be motivated up for the next little bit, and then it's going to die off through the summer because it's going to...
Yeah, there's fun things to do,
Yeah.
cookouts, drinking beers with your buddies by a fire, whatever, but you still have to, keep that in the back of your mind and, like, dude, half an hour. That's all it takes.
Yep.
Half an hour. Go for a run. Run 2.5 miles. It's really freaking easy to do. It's really not hard.
So for the people that haven't been out here, you guys should describe like one of your most average hunts, like what it would look like in a day.
Have you ever seen the Grinch? Mount Crumpet? It's like that.
There's such a wide variety of hunts that the thing that I can guarantee that we're going to be gaining and losing some elevation. It's just how it is. You're going to...
And you aren't always going to be on a trail.
No, definitely not.
No, I mean, it's one of those things where you can't really train for it unless you live in it or live by a mountain and have deadfall and all that type of stuff. So you got to get creative.
I don't want to like describe it too much because that's like describing the like best part of a movie,
It's describing the curves on your
Yes.
woman, you know what I mean?
I want them...
You don't want them
Dude,
to know about it.
You'll know whenever I look back and smile that we're in it. that's when you'll know. That's when you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know. But no, it is one of those things where you really can't 100%, know what you're doing until you're actually there doing it.
I don't know what she's going to throw at us that day when the mountain is going to throw curves at you the whole time during this hunt. Sometimes the wind might be wrong and might cause you to drop a bunch of elevation that day because thermals are dropping and you need to get in below the elk. Another day the thermals are rising so much you're going to climb your little rear end up the side of a mountain so you can get up above them, get the thermals right. There's millions of things. Just be a chameleon, people.
You think it's safe to say be ready for about 5 miles a day?
See, I
least.
hate when
miles,
and I hate when like you compare it to like be able to go 5 miles. So like to anyone that's never been in it has no idea of like what that means. You know what I mean? Like
I know it's so hard to explain. I hate whenever I look at someone's face and
have you seen
they're
Rambo's face when he come out of like Rambo 2? Like
I just don't want people to think we were like, why?
Be mentally prepared to do an ultra marathon, but physically able to run 5 miles.
and
honestly,
mentally tough
perfect.
enough to whip Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
If you come out with that, we're gonna have a good week.
Or not even to whip him, but to get whipped by him and not give up still.
Yes.
That would be more accurate. Yeah, that's how mentally tough you have to be.
Yep.
If possible. So while you're doing this, just listen to self-help podcasts.
Kenny Powers has a really good self-help book.
There.
Yep.
Keeping yourself motivated podcast, all those kinds of things.
And then to top it off on the way out here, I want you to listen to the Jocko book on complete ownership. That way you can't blame it on anybody when you leave.
Wow. No one's booking after this podcast.
No. It's okay.
Actually, I listened to Jelly Roll's podcast with Joe Rogan, and then I listened to the one with Cam Haines. It's really inspiring, actually.
And all these people that other people look up to are people that are going out and exercising and enjoying these mountain hunts and enjoying these special places that our country has to offer because they're physically able to go do it. Everybody's looking up to all of them, which is craziness. They like put these people in.
They're people. That's it. They're just people.
They're utilizing the same places that you can go do. The only thing holding you back is you.
Yep, just your mind.
And everyone that describes the hunts that they go on, archery elk hunts right now is what I've been listening to. They all love it, and it's beautiful, and it's something that you can't get anywhere else.
Just listen. We're on Sean Ryan like crazy. Didn't he have someone on there that was an actor that moved to Montana and did like
No, that was Joe Rogan too.
only hack like 2 days of elk hunting and give up?
Yeah, it was Casey Dutton, the guy off of Yellowstone.
Yep, the big tough guy.
Yeah, he said he couldn't hack it, but he worked all year, and he's excited to see how well he does this year because he couldn't.
Well, he's an
hack it.
actor.
And then Jelly Roll is going.
That's realistic today's society. I mean, them Jesus. That's
Jelly
like
Roll's
real.
going on an archery hunt with Cam Haines. So, I don't know. It just seems it is something worth it to work out and try harder. I died last year going shed hunting with you two and Tanner. So my goal is to just halfway keep up this year. So that's all I'm working towards.
Yeah, and it's funny when you kind of look back on the why. It's because it's something that you truly want to do. You want to be out hunting, and if that's not really your thing, then you're gonna be miserable here. If you don't absolutely love it, then all of this is just kind of it's a waste of your time. It really is.
Yeah, and the views you can get just by being in shape enough to get up like high, where you can get like above the clouds or above like I can't name drop, but you know what I mean, where you can see like all the clouds below you right there.
When you get up high enough where you're looking at an inversion.
Yeah, pretty much. I just couldn't drop the name, so.
Mountain.
Yeah, that mountain right over there. Anyway, you have to be in good shape to get all the way to the top, but it's worth it, and it's beautiful. And you'll have that
I've been hiking
6 whole days a week out here.
I've been hiking that mountain before work a couple days a week occasionally.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. So not only are you going to be enjoying hunting that and doing all of that, but you will get up high in some of those areas where you won't get that view from anywhere else, no matter how hard you try. So it is worth it. It is definitely worth it to put in a little bit of work to get there because it's definitely worth the experience.
It is so hard for me to turn around in the morning when the sun's coming up, and I can see where I'm working down below on the house, and there's a couple times where I really thought about just saying screw it, not going to work that day and hiking to the top, all the way to the top of the mountain. It's so pretty.
We're fortunate.
Yeah, we really are.
You'd probably find a shed if you walked all the way to the top.
Oh,
Could have
good
been.
grief. I hope it keeps snowing.
I am ready to go shed hunting.
I want to ride my snowmobile other than just the road this year.
Well,
It's kind of over. I mean, spring's in a couple days, so.
It better be in a couple days because I'm looking at like a foot of snow right now.
Yeah, I think everybody should just go full nerd out. That way you come with the right mindset. Dive into some books, so the whole full deal of National Forest, so that when you come out here, you have that same like. We're so excited just to be able to go be in our National Forest. We're sitting here all talking about. We could talk for hours just on the little things we've been doing because it's exciting being out there and fortunate enough in the country that like I keep saying that.
Yeah, we're ready for you to get here already so that we can quit doing all the everyday bullshit that we have to do to survive and go back into the dang woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come out with good stories, good topics to talk about. You're stuck with your guide for 6 days with conversation, so you can nerd out on any of those type of things and have plenty to talk about whenever you get here or during it. Comment, message us on Facebook, email us with questions, text me with stuff that you've been doing. That way it's easier for me to pair up you and your guide. So all those things help throughout the year.
Yep.
Is there anything else? No.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
zoned out.
Yeah, it's hard. You can only talk so much about exercise, and I mean, and it's just, people are just gonna have to.
And there's so much information and stuff out there. We can only kind of really provide with just motivation for one, and some ideas of what you can do, because your own personal situation of what you have access to, and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, just what you're capable of actually doing.
Mountain Tough
between you.
Mountain Tough has a good app or something like that you can get on, and it has exercises almost exactly like we're talking about, broken down. It costs a little bit of money. We don't get paid by anybody, so anything that we give shout outs to is stuff that actually works.
Yeah, I think it's like $10 a month or something, and it's all things that you can do inside of like a living room.
Yeah.
Super easy. Not easy workouts, but like self-explanatory. They have videos, nutrition stuff, lots of stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of equipment if you have anything that's, a gallon of milk. You know what I mean? Like, you can figure it out. You can get in shape.
Yes. So it is important, and that's why we're putting this podcast out, because we're going to try and do these hopefully once a week and get them out, since it's been growing and getting popular. And gear is important. That podcast just came out. Working out is important. This one came out, and then we're going to go into future ones about archery.
It's simple. There's no sense in, like, we've been talking about gear and fitness. There's no sense in buying all this rugged gear and putting it on a cheesecake of a person and not being able to use it.
Yeah, honestly.
For real, don't buy nothing. Just
Yeah.
come out in your pajamas if you're not going to put anything out.
100%. If you're not going to put in the effort to get yourself to that point, then any of the gear that you buy is completely worthless. It's not going to make you a better hunter. It's not going to make you more successful. It's going to make you more comfortable.
You show up with
That's it.
a for real kit, and the only thing hard on you ain't your sack. We're going to get to the top of every mountain, and we're going to be able to hunt hard. And we're going to end on that. Get after it, people.